Even that heart condition, which had burdened me with guilt for over a decade, was a lie. He fell in love at first sight with a girl playing the cello under the sycamore tree all those years ago. He was practically blind. All he remembered was a white dress. He never knew it was Amelia, not me. I simply took her identity, played her role, and he bought it hook, line, and sinker. Now, he's going to give me Amelia's baby's heart to cure a non-existent illness. Isn't that hilarious? Once I have the heart and stage a little miraculous recovery, I'll be his beloved, plucked from death's door. And Amelia? No baby, no purpose. Do you honestly believe Alexander will look at that empty husk twice? The voice on the other end of the phone was indistinct, but Aurora's triumphant laughter pricked my heart like needles. So, he had loved the wrong person. And I was the girl under the tree. I was the one he was looking for. My fingers turned white as I pulled out my phone, calmly pressed the record button, and captured all of Aurora's further malicious plans. Only when Aurora hung up the phone did I put away my cell and walk back to my room. Alexander returned shortly, carrying the chicken soup I loved. Seeing me sitting quietly by the bed, he sighed with relief. Why are you up? Shouldn't you get more rest? He walked over, habitually reaching out to touch my head. I instinctively flinched, avoiding his touch. His hand froze in midair, a flicker of surprise crossing his face. What's wrong? Nothing. I looked up and smiled at him. I just feel a bit unwell. My ankle is still aching. I think it might be worse than we thought. Alexander immediately frowned. I'll go call the doctor for you. But, I feigned hesitation, gently stroking my belly, my voice laced with worry. The doctor said medication for pregnant women can have side effects and might affect the fetus. I'm a little scared. I could feel Alexander's gaze immediately fix on my stomach. Alexander, I'm so afraid. I don't want there to be any risk to this baby, I said, my eyes welling up, my voice trembling. Sure enough, his expression darkened. What he cared about most was the absolute health of this child. Then let's not worry about it for now, he decided immediately. But I really am uncomfortable. I looked at him, my voice breaking into a whimper. The doctor said if I leave it untreated, it could lead to permanent damage. I'm scared. This kind of stress might harm the baby. That sentence hit his weak spot. Alexander's expression shifted repeatedly before he walked out of the room. He returned shortly, followed by a woman in a crisp white coat. I recognized her instantly. Dr. Harper. She was the chief obstetrician at this private hospital. But more importantly, she had been Aurora's best friend since their university sorority days. Harper looked at me with a professionally detached gaze, though a flicker of disdain crossed her eyes. Alexander, Amelia seems very stressed, which could induce contractions. While her vitals are stable, I strongly recommend a special sedative to soothe her nerves, along with some nutrient fluids to help the fetus develop, Harper said, taking a tray with a small glass from a nurse. Alexander hesitated, his brows furrowed. Is it safe for the baby? Of course. I'm Aurora's best friend. Do you think I'd risk anything that could harm her future nephew? It's merely to grant her peaceful rest. And rest, Alexander, is the greatest gift we can give the baby now. Alexander nodded, his guard dropping instantly. He never questioned anyone in Aurora's inner circle. Thank you, Harper, he said, then turned to me, his voice softening. Amelia, listen to the doctor. Drink this and get some